I'm Lori.
And I'm Rick.
And we are Here We Go Again. Guys, thanks for joining us. We are loving the camping life right now.
Always are.
Yes. And we are coming to you from Grayson, Kentucky, from the Grayson Lake State Park Campground.
Yes, guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out this video. Give us a thumbs up if you like it or if you find it helpful. And please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can get our upcoming videos. But we're getting ready to give you a tour of this campground, so stay tuned.
Bye.
Hello, campers. So it's Rick and Lori. We're getting ready to do a little Google Earth of the Grayson Lake State Park Campground. So as you can tell here, guys, there is a golf course attached to this campground, state park. It was very easily accessible, just right outside the campground. Also, there is over a 1,500 acre lake here, which is just beautiful.
Yes.
As also you'll see coming up here, we took a little trip to the dam, which was pretty interesting. I got a little footage of it as well, and some of the lake that's coming up. But so here's the dam, and as you can tell here, it was a very cloudy day. We had some rain and wind and stuff like that coming through.
Yes, we did.
It's some pretty bad storms, but here it is. You know, you got your lake. It's very beautiful here in Kentucky.
It is really, really pretty, and the dam, I mean, they won't let you walk across the course, you know, you can't walk out on it, but I think that's the majority of them, they don't want you all the way out. So, I mean, look how pretty, even though it was cloudy, look how pretty it is.
Yeah, and I have to say, one of the things that disappointed me about this campground was that there wasn't any lake view sites.
I know, because my sister had me ready thinking that we could get on the lake and get our kayaks out, and it's right there with the campground, but it's not. You actually have to drive to it.
Yeah, so here's the marina. They did have some boats that you can rent, some pontoons and things like that, but it was, even though the weather was bad, it was still, the marina was pretty busy when we went down and looked around.
It really was. I mean, a lot of people out there fishing and just enjoying their time before the storm came through, which was pretty nice.
Yeah. So here, we're getting ready to do a little walk around our campsite. So they have really good picnic tables, fire pits.
Huge campsite. I mean, plenty of space in between you and your neighbor. Here, we're showing you this because it's the first time we've ever come across it. You have to share where you connect your water and your electric too. There is no full hookup, no sewer at the hookup here.
But here, guys, you can see our dog cage here. Our dogs love it. We'll put a tag up to our video that we did a review on. But as Lori was saying, it's just electric and water.
Oh, we don't share the electric. Sorry, that was my bad. We share the water area.
You share the water area, and just like us, the water was on the other side here, so we're just shooting this. You'll need at least 50-foot water hose to hook up.
Yes.
No matter where you're at, you need a 50-foot water hose.
And as you can see, we only had to use very small blocks to level our trailer, so most of these lots are level. I mean, you have a few that are...
Yeah. And as you can tell back there, we had our awning tie down.
Those big bright fluorescent things.
We needed those. We want to plug, we did a video there on that, our awning tie down from Bigfoot Precision Components, which was great because of the wind. We're the type of people that we will bring our awning in once it starts raining and wind gets up there, because we don't want it ripped off.
And I just had a bad experience when I was young trying to go out in a thunderstorm and a windstorm to try to grab the awning. My dad about went through the roof. He's like, just let it rip off, Lori.
Lori's got some anxiety.
I have anxiety with awnings, but that's just, you know.
So yeah, one thing about this campground, I mean, it's out there. I mean, it's about $25, $30, which is great if you just want to go golfing, you want to get out with the family, visit the state park, go to the lake,
go hiking.
You can get access. The kids took me on a little access trail that they had found that you can get to the lake, but I wouldn't pull a kayak and go that way.
No.
You would want to drive your vehicle there and get in line. But it's my son and I just drove around here, and on our bicycles, but it's one loop, one way
I love
in,
that. One
way in, one way out,
Yep.
which we'll talk about that on the. It's nice because
until the end of the stay, and
Yeah.
you'll find out why.
Yeah, it's nice when you're driving around because you know the cars, the kids know on their bicycles. Our kids had a blast
They
riding
did.
around on our bicycles doing things, but on your way out, there is only one dump station, which it's one of the things that I did not like about this campground. There's only one dump station, no full hookup. So there was a line when we were leaving, and you'll see that at the end.
You will. I didn't know how much I liked having the dump station, the sewer hookup on your site until going out. Oh, look, Payne found a little area to play.
They wore this little thing out. So, but when we were there, due to COVID, they did not have everything up. They took the basketball rims down. They didn't want you on
understand.
They didn't want you on the playground, stuff like that. So the kids, you know, they just being kids, they were out on their bicycle doing the hiking trails and stuff. But we still had a blast.
And the great thing, there was a big open lot and field behind a lot of our campgrounds. It was like a circle. And kids did actually get together and play wiffle ball.
Yeah.
So that was fun too. And they
was.
play kickball back there and everything. It's like they all just get together and they meet. The kids actually played spotlight tag with some other kids that were around us. So they had fun.
Yeah, so we'll get to those things, but there's around 70 campsites, and there was a couple of bathhouses. Bathhouses were large. You could go take a shower, go use the restroom and laundry facilities, which was very nice. So there's no cabins here for rent, so you don't have that. There was, like Lori had mentioned earlier, fire pits, picnic tables, super nice. They did have basketball courts and little things for the kids to play, but like I say, they did not have that open.
Oh, one of the major things that really aggravated Rick, because Rick likes to work on his computer in the mornings and hook up to the internet. We were in a dead spot, and I don't know if it was just AT&T or because there was other people that had their cell phone service still and internet.
Yeah.
So I was kind of confused if we were just in a dead spot, and there was only like one radio station we could get.
Yeah. So
it was crazy.
So guys, yeah, just as Lori was mentioning, just to rehash, if you have AT&T, forget about it. You're not going to get phone calls. You're not going to get any cell service, which, as Lori mentioned, it really ticked me off. I was not expecting that.
And it ticked my sister off because we were there with her as well, and it was more her TV, the antenna. I don't know if it was her camper or not, because we got a few channels, but she was missing her shows.
That's one of the dislikes as well. I mean, and I talked to a lot of campers. One thing about this campground, there were some very friendly people around. We got to meet some people, super nice people. They had Verizon. They had no issues.
And even one of my nephews had just a calling card type thing.
Yeah, like from Walmart.
Yeah, and his worked. So it was
month.
just AT&T for some strange, odd reason. But not only is there golf courses, boating and kayaking, about 10 miles away you can actually have some cave exploration. So that's to keep in mind if that's what you're interested in, which we have cave explored before.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun.
Yeah, but as we had mentioned earlier, there's a couple of things that we did not like was, that AT&T no service. And like, I'm not just talking about not being able to do that. We both have elderly parents that we like to, if there's an emergency, we like to receive phone calls. And it really drives me crazy if we can't get phone calls from them in case of emergency. There is COVID still going around. You just don't know with your parents, but I would have to drive out about a mile just to check and see if we had any messages from our parents, in which, thank God, we didn't. But that's just one of the things that we did not like about it. But you will see these campsites, they're terrific. One of the campgrounds that we've been to that were very large.
It was really large. Just the downside, like we had said before, COVID just ruined it. They were overly cautious.
Yeah.
Because we've been camping, and usually they do restrictions and things of that nature, but I mean, there was no pool.
Yeah.
You swam in the lake, which,
it's fine.
It's fine, but it's not the same when you just can't walk over to the pool and get in. But
lots of shade here.
there was lots of shade, lots of places to walk your dog, and the kids just to have fun. And I mean, they would go around the block and be like, where in the world are they? And of course, a lot of times they were at my sister's campsite.
And we wanted to give a plug in for that as well. We went camping here with Lori's sister and her family. Give a shout out to Venturing Around.
Venturing around, not adventure.
Venturing
around.
I'll leave a link here for their channel as well. They Bugs and the kids, they do some pretty fun things as well.
All right, guys. So here we are at the end of the stay. We were only 2 spots away from the checkout for the pump or the sewer. But as you can see there, me on the left, Rick had to actually get into the line to actually get me out onto the street because it was so backed up. There were about 10 campers trying to use the same sewer
Dump station. Yeah.
So that's one thing to keep in mind. Also, people that were actually wanting to leave to go to the lake with their boat had to go through the grass.
Yeah.
To get out because they could not take the road because of course the campers were blocking the road. It was crazy. They definitely need another dump station.
Yeah, I mean another little exit, another little side, because I noticed even campers that were not dumping still had to wait in line, and we were in line for an hour.
Yeah.
We were in line for an hour, but there were campers that were still in line with us for an hour and didn't even use the dump station. They just drove right on through and went on by. But this is one of the down things. But this is what happens when you leave on Sunday, and it had rained really hard that morning, so everybody was leaving.
Yeah, when it cleared up, it's like everybody took off out of their
everybody
site.
left at around the same time. But it was a frustration. But you know, hey, live and learn. Now we know. We're just trying to give you guys a heads up. But guys, we really appreciate you all watching, and please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. But until next time,
Be safe, guys, and God bless.
bye bye.
Bye-bye.